Finally, an official one.
Finally!
Well, speaking of that, let's talk about Venom. Venom. First appearing in Amazing Spider-Man number 299 in April of 1988, Venom has gone on to become one of Marvel's most popular and beloved characters of all time. And what's not to love about him? I mean, just look at the guy. He exists for one thing and one thing only, and that's to make Spider-Man's life a living hell. And he has such an iconic design. Well, let's go back to the part where he's supposed to make Spider-Man's life a living hell. Nowadays, he's just more of like an anti-hero type of deal. But, you know, there's plenty of Spider-Man media out there that showcases Venom as a villain instead of an anti-hero. From TV shows to movies, Venom's got it all. He's just so badass. And like almost every popular character, there have been a lot of action figures of Venom made throughout the years. A lot of them, hell, I'd even say most of them are amazing. But a lot of them are just complete and utter dog shit. And the latest Venom figure to come out is the Marvel Legends Retro Card Venom from Marvel's 85th anniversary line. And you may be wondering, hey, where can I grab this from? Fucking Walmart.com. But that was just a small price I was willing to pay, and now let's take a look at them. And here is the recent Marvel Legends Venom for Marvel's 85th anniversary line. I gotta say, I really do like the retro Spider-Man packaging on these figures. It gives off that classic feel. Kind of reminds me of the Spider-Man Classics line.
You know nothing about us, but we know everything about you. You see us everywhere, even in your nightmares.
And I must say, this guy just looks like... he looks awesome, dude. Like, wow. Like, I don't have a problem with how Venom looks in, like, the monster style, but I've always preferred this look to him more. Like, I don't know, man. Something about classic Venom just looks cooler, in my opinion. And to own a figure of classic Venom is just fucking awesome. I really can't wait to put him in my display. But let's see how well the guy can pose. So let's just take a look.
Control you!
No one's being controlled! We simply share the same desire. Your destruction.
Alright, this figure looks badass, but let's see how well the guy can pose. First of all, he's got double jointed elbows with a cut on the upper arm. He also has some hinges on his hands. And here's my problem. He has a ball joint for the head. Why? Because he can look down, but since it's very limited, he cannot look up. This honestly pisses me off. Why do you have to do this to me, Hasbro? He has butterfly joints, so it's pretty easy to cross his arms. That's always pretty cool to see that. And he's got the ab crunch plus diaphragm joint combination. This was introduced back in 2020 when their retro card line started for their Spider-Man figures, which it works sometimes and it doesn't sometimes, but thankfully it works here. As you can see, he can also kick out his leg forward, but since there's double joints there, he can also bend his knee, which is pretty nice to see. He also has a thigh cut and an ankle pivot. We don't have a lot of accessories to look through today. As you can only see, there are 6 of them, but let's take a look at them anyways. First of all, he has some open hands that are clawed. That's pretty cool. And he has some fists so you can put him in some fighting poses. And he only has 2 heads. First of all, he's got his head with the tongue out. This head was used in the Marvel Legends 3-pack. That's an Amazon exclusive, as you can see right here. Only difference is the tongue is pink. Now on to the last head scan. The Todd McFarlane head scan. Oh my god, this thing looks amazing. The way the head is sculpted just looks perfect, dude. It looks exactly like Todd McFarlane's art. I absolutely love how this head scan looks. I'm gonna keep the Venom figure like this because this just looks fucking awesome.
We are.
For once, we have a decent amount of figures to compare them with, so let's dive into it, shall we? Here we have our retro card Marvel Legends Venom next to the Marvel Legends King in Black Venom that came in a 2-pack with Moreland and the Wings. Next, here we have the Marvel Legends Venom next to the movie Venom. Here he is next to the Diamond Select Venom. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends retro carded Kingpin. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends retro card Sandman. The Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Monster Venom Classic Carnage. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends retro carded Black Suit Spider-Man. And we cannot show him off without showing off the classic red and blue Spider-Man from that line as well. And for some Mafex comparisons, here he is next to the Mafex Black Suit Spider-Man. So if you want to create their first fight, you can go ahead. And of course, we cannot finish this comparison off without the Mafex 185 Classic Spider-Man. Oh my god, these two just look amazing together. I cannot wait to put these guys on my shelf together. They are going to look so goddamn badass. And as you can see, they scale together fucking perfectly. I love it.
I like being bad. It makes me happy.
So when the smoke clears and the dust settles, what do I think of this Marvel Legends 85th Anniversary Venom? Although it is a bit lacking in the articulation, especially with the neck, I honestly do believe that this is the best classic Venom figure out there. Like, he scales perfectly with the figures, especially with the Mafex Spider-Man. Just holy hell, just look at him. But presentation-wise too, he just looks awesome. Like, the dude just looks so fucking cool. Like, especially with that Todd McFarlane head scan, just wow. He just looks perfect, dude. Like, there's really nothing else to say, except that I just absolutely am in love with this action figure. I cannot wait to put him on the shelf, dude. He's gonna look so fucking cool. He is a Walmart exclusive, so if you want to grab him, you can either grab him from Walmart.com or go to your local Walmart and see if they have him. Because I'm sure that he'll be lying around if you get there in time. Or pay scalper price if you're an unhinged motherfucker. So yeah, although the neck articulation may be a bit sucky, everything else about this figure is just awesome in my opinion. So overall, I give this Marvel Legends Marvel 85th Anniversary Retro Card Venom an 8 out of 10.